Perfect.
Thanks, Tamara.
Hi, this is Whitney Rochelle with Studentsville Production, and today we're going inside Accademia Italiana. We're taking an inside tour and meeting some of the students and staff at one of the most important design schools in Italy with one of the most beautiful campuses in Florence. Renaissance Palace Palazzo Pitti and the school's main building share the same city square, while the Academy workshop lies along the Arno River. Oh my gosh, look at the view from up here.
You are surrounded by one of the most influential periods of time, the Renaissance era, everywhere you go. It's pretty much always been my passion and dream to come to Italy and study, since I've always wanted to study design, and to me, Italy, that's it.
Accademia Italiana offers 4 bachelor's and 2 master's programs in design, fashion, and photography, as well as art, Italian language, and study abroad courses, all of which are taught in spaces that would make Michelangelo proud. Look at the ceiling in this classroom.
We have about 50% of Italian students and 50% of foreign students, and we have approximately 90% of the students who found a job in about 1 year after the bachelor degree.
Wow, that's amazing.
The graphic design, we can participate more into competitions, from like Dialetti for the coffee making machine, and actually one of the students, she won the competition. So probably it's going to go into production, plus she won like 2,000 euros.
This is the subtractive rapid prototyping machine, quite a name, and it is making a prototype right now.
This is the machine that make possible your dreams. You have to project all the connection parts and how it works when you join together the object.
Dark room, first year, and we build a pinhole camera, which is the origin of photography. Second year, the third semester, we take care of architectural photography. In the fourth semester, we are currently doing fashion photography.
Our goal is to do this, to prepare students for the fashion world, exactly for what the fashion world is requesting now. Of course, we are Italian, so we have a special eye on quality, on knowledge of material, on how it makes.
Every April, all Accademia Italiana students participate in a full-on fashion show as part of the end-of-the-year showcase event, attended by over 2,000 industry professionals, journalists, and guests from around the world.
Students, they are not only creating and doing the clothes by their own, but they re-elaborate fabric, they make prints, they make accessories.
Bye.
Gami. I like that it's like kind of a small American program, so you get really close with the American students. It's like 35 of us. We all know each other really well now. And the teachers are really understanding, and they know that we're not, fluent in Italian, that we're having a little time getting used to the culture, and yeah, they help us out a lot.
What would you tell people who are about to come study abroad like you?
I'd tell them that it takes a little bit to get used to it, but after like a week or 2, you're good, and it's just gonna have the time of your life.
So that was our day inside Accademia Italiana. They add new courses every year, so check them out, and you could be here.
Okay. Now, I'm back. So I will continue with a little more information about our programs. I think while I'm talking, I'll show you just some slides that show you images of Florence and of the school to give you something more interesting to look at than me. Not that I'm not interesting. So let me set that up since I'm getting to be so good at this. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So Accademia Italiana, it's a small school, like I think you could tell that from the video. We have about 450 students. About half of them are Italian, and the other half come from over 70 different countries. So it's both very Italian and very international. And that makes it sort of unique as a study abroad option in Florence, because Florence, as you'll see from some of these images, it's a very beautiful place, and it's very popular both for tourists and study abroad students. So, and it's a small town, so not as small as Menominee, but small. So it's actually kind of hard when you're living and studying in Florence to meet Italians and make Italian friends, because there's so many American students. Which is also great because it's very easy to make friends with the other Americans. But if you study with us, you'll also have the chance to make friends with the Italian students and students from other countries, which is sort of, it's one of the points of studying abroad. So usually in the fall or spring semester, we'll have about 15 to 20% of our students are American study abroad students. We have study abroad in the fall, spring, and summer. Summer, we don't offer all of our design classes. We have a 6-week program that goes from mid-June to mid-July, and you can study art history. There's some fashion design courses, graphic design courses, product design. So there are fewer courses to choose from, but there's still a good enough selection. Let's see. So another thing that makes us different, especially for students who are majoring in design, is that we're first and foremost an international design institute that is was created to sort of fill the need for such a place that offers international instruction at a very high level. So our professors have many years of experience in the industry. Our fashion design head of fashion design worked for Ferragamo for like more than 30 years. So the students, they learn both, practical and professional skills, while at the same time they're encouraged to be very creative. And they go on to work for some of the top designers in Italy and internationally. 90% of our graduates have a job after they graduate, and they work for Dolce & Gabbana, Gucci, Prada. We have had students working for Zac Posen, Calvin Klein. So, I'm telling you more about the fashion because those are names that I recognize more than I recognize other industries, although we do have students who work for IKEA or who open their own design studios. Let's see. The classes, even though it's very international, the classes are taught either in English or in Italian, just because, we need that 50-50, because our Italians don't speak English and the English speakers don't always speak Italian, so you don't have to know Italian to study with us. You can study Italian while you're with us, though, and a lot of our study abroad students do. You can also, if you want to immerse as much as you can in Italian culture, you can request to live with our Italian students, and we can arrange that for you. Students live in fully furnished apartments that are within walking distance of the school, and the other students in their apartments are all students at Accademia Italiana. Let's see what else I can tell you. So for students for the spring or fall semester, if they're design majors, usually they'll take maybe 3 classes related to their major, and then a couple of the liberal art or studio art classes. For example, most of the study abroad students choose to take art history. See, there's Michelangelo's David on the slide there. You'll go with your instructors, and instead of studying, looking at a slide of David, you'll be right there in front of him and learn about him right there. And if you like Renaissance art, pretty much all famous works of Italian Renaissance art are in the museums in Florence, like Botticelli's Venus, David, like we saw. And the other popular classes include Italian style, where you are talking not about fashion style, but lifestyle, how you go with your teacher to the cafe and learn how Italians drink coffee and different sort of cultural things that will also help you adjust to studying abroad with us. Let's see. For the summer, like I said, we don't have as many courses. We have an intensive fashion design course, an intensive product design, drawing. We have the art history class, the Italian style class. We have 2 graphic design classes, and I'm pretty sure an interior design class, but I don't have that handy in my notes right now. For students who are more on a budget or don't have as much time to study abroad, studying with us in the summer is an option that might be more attractive. The tuition is $3,135 for 6 weeks, and that's 6 credits. Tuition for fall or spring is $7,600, and that's for like 12 to 16 credits. Housing depends on what kind of accommodation you choose, if you want a shared room or a single room in the apartment. And that's between 550 to 600 euros a month, which you pay directly to the landlord in advance of the start of the semester. So let me see. Included in the tuition is basically just the academic program, but we also include 2 overnight and 2 day trips that the university organizes, and we take you to other places in Italy that you might not otherwise visit, like Verona. We also take students to Pompeii, and those trips are a great way to get out and see another part of Italy without having to organize anything yourself. You just kind of show up and we take you to one of these towns, and we organize the hotel and the guides and the transportation. So those are a great opportunity. A lot of our students, our study abroad students, use their weekends and their time off to travel. Even though Florence is very beautiful, and it's 100% beautiful Renaissance buildings, students still want to see other parts of Europe and while they're in Europe. So it's very easy to travel to other European capitals from Florence. There are low-cost airlines that are much more reasonable than flying in the US. If you plan enough ahead, you might be able to fly to Berlin for like 50 euros, for example. Or they take the train, and there are also these student bus trips that it's all sort of US and other college students, and you take the bus to the Alps, and they organize your program so you can do fun things together. So those are things that students enjoy doing in their free time. Otherwise, for students who've never been abroad before, we take good care of you. We pick you up from the airport. We take you to your apartment where you meet your landlord, and then we have like 2 days of orientation to show you around the city, show you where you can go shopping, how to take the bus, things like that. And our director is American, and our housing person is British, and all of our staff speak English. So students, and it's a small school, so students feel at home right away. And usually, they might feel a little excited or disoriented at first, but then, like the Ross in the video said, after a week you're good and you know your way around, and it's a great experience. So I think I'll stop the slideshow now since we're on repeat here, and we'll be available for any questions. or anybody have any questions?
And by all means, you can turn your microphone on and share your questions, but you can also, of course, type them into the chat if that would be your preference.
I'll ask a question. Are any of you really considering studying abroad, something that you are planning to fit into your college schedule? I'll take that as a yes. I would say if it works out for you, and it should work out for you, especially for design students, we've met with your advisors and identified classes that you can take that will count for credit. So you could study abroad for a semester or summer and not have to make up a semester. You know, you'll stay on track with your classes. And I would say if you can manage it, it's something that you will most definitely not regret. People always talk about how it was like one of the best things they've done. And also not just personally, but professionally, for design students, if you study with us, you'll come back with a portfolio that a lot of students then use for their designs for senior projects. And then, you know, you'll have it on your resume that you have international experience. And that's something that's important, you know, nowadays when most work has some sort of an international element. Okay, I've got a comment here. Studying abroad, looking for somewhere with good graphic design. Well, that is one of our majors. So you can take graphic design classes at all different levels. Megan, if later you want to get in touch with me, I can send you a book of our student projects from last year to see what kind of work we do, which might also be on our website. I mean, it is on our website, but the book of student projects is more complete. We have a graphic design major of ours from 2 years ago. Right after she graduated, she became the in-house graphic designer for Fendi. So, wait, was it Fendi or Gucci? It's the Gucci Museum in Florence. Sorry, Gucci. Sorry, get those confused. We have the Gucci Museum is in Florence, and we have a professional relationship with them. So you'll have a lot of, you know, good opportunities to learn more about graphic design with us. But also, you know, one nice thing about studying at a design institute is in Italy is that it has these sort of links to the design industries. So you might be able to hear talks given by well-known Italian graphic designers and stuff like that. Hi, Julie. I see Julie's raising her hand. Hi.
There we go. Hi, I'll lower my hand now. Megan, hi, I'm the department chair for design, and to all the students here, I was able to go over to Accademia Italiana and kind of do a preview of their campus in Italy, and it was phenomenal. And I know that they, for instance, one of the summers they have a packaging course, if I'm remembering this correctly, that could be of interest to you, definitely. So I could actually dig that up, or I don't know if Tamara, if you have any of those curricular documents that you could, you know, maybe send out, even if the students in the chat want to put down what program you are in currently, or if you are a pre-BFA student, what program you're interested in getting into, or if you are in the apparel side, you could note that too. And I'm sure that that we could get you some of the additional, like the curricular documents too, or you could take a look at what that syllabus might look like.
That would be great. Danielle, after the chat, will I, like if there are students who've asked for information, will I be able to contact them?
Yeah, Andrea, you're in the call, so maybe you can talk a little bit more about what our options for connecting after the fact will be, but I would imagine that will not be an issue.
Yeah, or if students want to self-select or put their emails in the chat box if they wish Tamara to contact you afterwards, that would probably be the best way.
Okay.
Or Tamara, if you want to put your email in the chat box, they can also reach out to you that way.
I'll do that too. Yeah.
That might be better because this is being recorded. So I'd rather
Yeah.
have Tamara put her
Oh.
email in.
Good
Thank
point.
you for mentioning that, Julie. Yes.
Yep. Thanks.
Yeah. Okay. I guess I should also mention that, of course, with COVID-19, we're following all of the government requirements. The school in Florence is open now. With social distancing and also the virtual option, like a lot of universities are doing. And for students who at the moment have to quarantine, we are working individually with them to make sure their needs are met and they're able to be comfortable until they start school. We're still waiting, I guess all of us are still waiting to hear what the US government and the Italian government say about allowing study abroad to resume. But we don't know yet for spring semester, but for sure we're hoping for summer and fall. If spring semester happens, everybody will be really happy, but it's impossible to say. So yeah. Well, I guess I don't have any other information to share, but my email is there, so I'd encourage you all to get in touch with me if any questions come up, if you can think of something that you wanted to ask, or think of something later. Yeah.
Hi, again, this is Andrea from the Study Abroad office. So if anyone has any questions, I can help you with any application questions or how to navigate to our website, or how the process works. You can either ask here today, or you can also navigate over to the Ask an Advisor session. We're available till 10 p.m. tonight. And then on the screen there, you'll see you can email us at studyabroad@uw-stout.edu, or you can also schedule a virtual appointment. We're happy to help you out.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, if there's nothing more, thank you to everybody who has joined us. We'll be posting the video of our session a bit later on in the coming days. So if you have friends who've missed a session, remind them that it will be available. They can check it out later, or if you indeed need to revisit the information, come on to the Study Abroad sites and the virtual fair site to access that information later in the week.
Okay.
And thank you to Julie and Tamara for being here. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Andrea.
Yeah. Thank you. It's great
Danielle,
to
for
see you, Tamara.
Yeah, you too.
Thanks, students, for being here.
Mm.
All right. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you so
Bye-bye.
much. Thanks, Andrea.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Danielle. Bye-bye.
Bye.